Telling time. Learning how to tell time is an important skill in everyday life. This is a clock. Now let us learn first the parts of the clock. The numbers from 1 to 12 are called the hour numbers, while the long hand is called the minute hand because it tells the minutes, while the short hand is also called an hour hand because it tells the hour. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. To find the number of minutes, you have to count by 5 for each number, starting from number 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. If the long hand or minute hand points to number 12, we use the word o'clock. Now, look at the time. The short hand is pointing to 5 and the long hand is pointing to 12. As what I've said, if the long hand is pointing to number 12, we will use the word o'clock. So the time here is 5 o'clock. Now, let's take a look at the next clock. What do you think is the time? The short hand is pointing to number 2. So the time or the hour is 2. While the long hand is pointing to 12, as what I have said, if the long hand is pointing to 12, we will use the word o'clock. So it's 2 o'clock. Now when you write o'clock, use 20. 20. Now let's take a look at the next clock. The short hand here is pointing to number 5. So the hour is 5. Now the long hand is pointing to 12, so it means it is 5 o'clock. Again, since it's o'clock, the number you're gonna write here is 0 and 0. You will not write 60 in the o'clock. It should be 0, 0. Next, let's take a look at the next clock. The short hand here is pointing to number 6. So the time is 6, that's the hour. And the long hand is pointing to number 3. As what I've said, we have to count by 5, starting from number 1. So 5, 10, 15. So the time is 6:15. Okay, now let's proceed to the next one. Take a look in the next clock. The short hand is pointing to number 10. So the time is 10, that's the hour. And the long hand is pointing to number 3. That is 15 minutes. So the time is 10:15. 10:15. Now look at the next clock. The short hand is still pointing to number 10. So definitely the hour there or the time is 10. And the long hand is pointing now to number 6. As what I've said, we need to count by 5 starting from 1. Let's try to count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it is 10:30. Alright. Now let's go to the next clock. The short hand is pointing to 7, so it's 7. The hour there is 7. And the long hand is pointing to 6. This 6 is 30, right? So the time now is 7:30. Very good. Let's take a look at the next clock. Again, till short is pointing to 7, the time is 7. That's the hour. And we need to count from 1 to 9 by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So the time is 7:45. Good. Now let's go to the next. Now you try. What time is it? Very good. It's 3:45. Now let's go to the next clock. What time is it? Yes, it's 1 o'clock. Very good. What about this one? What is the time? Yep, it's 8:30. Good job. What about this one? What is the time? Yep, that is 11:15. You're right. Very good. See you next time, guys. Thank you.